Osborne Cox.
And you, I take it, are Mr. Black?
Yes, I am. You have the money?
$50,000.
That's what was agreed upon.
All right, let me explain something to you, Mr. Black. What you're engaged in is blackmail. That is a felony. That's for starters.
Appearances be deceptive.
Secondly, the unauthorized dissemination of classified material is a federal crime. If you ever carried out your proposed threat, you would experience such a shitstorm of consequences, my friend, that your empty little head would be spinning faster than the wheels of your Schwinn bicycle back there.
You think that's a Schwinn?
Now, give me the fucking floppy or the CD or whatever the it is,
and I'll give us the money, dickwad.
I just want to hang out.
No big deal!
What's up, everybody? And welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Osborne Cox.
And today, we'll be looking at the
G.I. Joe Classified Action Sailor Recon Diver. Alright, let's take a look at this box. We get a nice sneak preview of our figure and all included accessories. Nice portrait. 60 years of G.I. Joe. On this side of the box, artwork, logo, 60th anniversary. On this side of the box, portrait, QR code, no battle stats, tiny diver. Top of the box, 60th anniversary. On the back of the package, we get this nice photo/render. See-through goggles. Sonar armband. On the bottom of the box, you got your legal shit and your barcode. Alright, let's open this figure. I have recently lost Excalibur, so it's Uline knife. So we're gonna pop that sucker. Cut, pop. We got our legal advice right here. Another Lucy. Pull-out game activated. Alright, we're gonna do our quick look. Ooh, quick look. See you at the table. Alright, let's take a look at this figure. Alright, and right out of the gate, this face sculpt looks amazing. I like the stern expression in the face. And we're just gonna turn it around real quick so you can get a good look. Back here, you can see the two-tone color. And down at the feet, it's very light and hard to see, but this is like a lighter gray on black. And all in all, I like the two-tone paint. It looks really good, but this entire buck is Torpedo back there. So if you're interested, the entire body is him. So at the thigh, you get this knife holder. It's in this drab olive color. Same thing over here, you get the pockets, but these are the same overlays that are on Torpedo. It just is a different paint, but it is the same thing for Torpedo, just all the way around. Up here at the chest, this is where it gets interesting. He is actually loaded out with this floaty thing, so this isn't a part of the normal vest. If you pop the head, this comes right off. And he also came with his like rebreather, so I'm gonna put this down for now so we can look at the figure. And the top overlay looks really good. It has nice sculpt. It's got nice paint running down the tube there. It's kind of odd that it's floaty, but it's trying to make sense with the backpack. Up here, you get these two little paint applications. And now I'm just gonna pop the head so we can look at the undervest. Get that head back on there. Ooh, I love that sound. So this is what the undervest looks like, and I actually like this. You get a pocket here for the silencer. You also get a holster here for the gun. The detail up and down here with the texture. Same thing around the back. You just get all that nice detail and all the straps. On the back here, you get these little rubber hooks. There to store the flippers, but we'll look at that later. Yeah, and as far as I know, this doesn't come off, so you'd have to boil and pop the pieces to get this off. Up on the shoulder, you get this nice butterfly joint that's from Torpedo. Basically, the entire arms down to the little sonar thing is Torpedo, but it's all nice, and this is feeling really solid. Like, this figure feels a little more solid than usual. On the left arm, basically, it's just plain, but that's fine by me. Yeah, so overall, this is a fun base body, and honestly, it feels solid. I know I keep saying it, but it really does feel a little bit more quality than usual. So now we're gonna look at accessories and all the shit that he comes with. So first up down here, he comes with a stand. It's your standard G.I. Joe stand. Nothing really going on. No nameplate, no nothing, but a nice little add-on. All right, down here we have his breather pack, and it is the same one as Torpedo. I know I keep saying it, but it's nice. Down here, you could read the little font that says G.I. Joe issue. Classified grade, property of Special Forces unit, not for civilian use or resale. Down here is a gun carrying clip. Got some dead cobras on this guy. And this is just molded to his back, and it's in that dark olive green again. Down here, I know it's hard to see, but he comes with that explosives bag. This came with the retro carded snake eyes, and it's just a cool little bag. Nothing really going on. It's in that dark olive color. Over here we get his little set of dog tags, and I think these are completely brand new. They're cast in this silver plastic. They're a lot of fun. We'll take a look at them on the figure in a little bit. Alright, over here he comes with a nice little machine gun. Looks good. I can't believe it's pretty much mainly straight. It's still a bit gooey. Magazine pops out and ports back in, no problem. As a port for blast effects, we have seen this weapon. It is nothing new. Over here we have this apparatus that fits onto his breathing thing. I'm not really sure what it is. If you want to tell me down in the chat, cause I'm a fucking moron. Pressure dials up here and some silver shit. On the other side, we got some straps and a peg, which I'll show you what that does later. All right, over here, we got this tawny little North, and we've gotten this with Torpedo. It's painted really good. Nice little detail, black handle. Over here, we have the classified RoboCop gun, and this is pretty standard on a lot of figures. Silencer comes off, looks like your standard pistol, has an extended magazine, port for blast effects, same thing on the silencer. Alright, over here we have his little breathing mask, and holy shit, we get clear lenses. Too bad Torpedo didn't get these. I can't wait to see what this looks like. There's a little olive green paint on there, and all in all, this looks like Torpedo's, except for down where the rebreather part is. This looks all brand new and comes down into this thing that pegs into his chest, has a little whiskey bottle on the bottom. Number 24. On the inside, you can see that plastic overlay that makes it clear. Straps look like they have a touch of gray paint on them. Also, this is not hinged, so it's all one piece. So I don't think we're gonna get too much movement once we get the head on there. All right, next up, we got the flip-flops. And these are the same flip-flops that you get with Torpedo. They're cast in this weird, like, brown plastic. I know it's hard to see, but once you get them in hand, you'll see what I mean. Nothing really new going on. You get your R and your L for left and right if you're a fucking dummy. They're sculpted good, they're kind of gummy, but at least they're straight. Alright, and we got this big Bobo underwater propeller thing, and it looks good. We got some writing on there. If you want to read all this shit, pause it. I can't believe my camera can pick all that up perfectly. It does come in two pieces, and basically you can turn it and turn it and turn it, but it only really locks in one position, just like this. Looks like you get a hand holder here. Looks like you get a screen that they didn't put any detail on. Inside here, they painted the propeller white. I don't think you could get it. It does open, but I'm gonna break it if I pull it any further out. So we're not gonna do that. Nice little sonar overlay. We get this green paint on the handles. And yeah, it's pretty cool. On this side, we get our little Joe star. And overall, this is just a fun little add-on. All right, in the moment of truth, y'all. And I gotta tell you, pretty goddamn straight.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
And they painted it. You get some silver here, you get some dark green here and here. And overall, not terrible. And lastly, we get the secondary head sculpt. And man, it looks like something went up this dude's ass. The eyes are painted good, nice eyebrows, nice shading in the face. Same thing, you get the two-tone color at the top. And all in all, this might actually pass as like a Duke, maybe. All right, we're gonna try on the other head skull. Clicks in there, no problem. Pretty happy with that. All right, also, we're gonna put Torpedo's head on this body too, see how it turns out. Oh yeah, so if you wanna upgrade your Torpedo, I know this is a bit shinier than the rest of them, but that's pretty kick-ass that you could switch the head off. And what kind of friend would I be if I didn't try Shipwreck's head? This thing looks bobo as fuck, so yeah, no Shipwreck head on this body. Alright, so I put this weird floaty thing back on him so you could see what that looks like around to the back. And I guess this is supposed to simulate like clipping onto the back. And speaking of which, here's his backpack all set up. Alright, we're gonna put the rebreather and the mask on him, and holy shit, I could see his eyes through there. That's so fucking cool. Alright, and down here, you see that hole? That's where that peg's supposed to line up, and it worked really well. If I start moving his head back and forth, it pops out, and you ain't moving his head back and forth with it staying much. I mean, he's not gonna go, or this is gonna break off. So this piece gets to float, basically, which makes this float over here. Alright, so next up, we got this thing, and it has a tab on the back, and basically, it'll just clip onto the front and just hang there, and that looks pretty cool. All this shit looks heavy as fuck, and while we're at it, we'll put his little flip-flops on. So here he is with the flip-flops, and that looks awesome. I mean, this guy looks super stealth, gonna be a really kick-ass troop builder. Here he is with his little underwater propeller thing, fits in his hands fantastically, looks really fucking cool, and yeah, this just keeps adding to how cool this thing is. Here he is with the pistol in his hand, and the more and more I look at this thing, the more and more I like it, even out of the diving gear. And here he is with the machine gun and the silencer on there. That looks fucking dope as fuck. Here it is without the silencer. Here he is with the dog tags on. Here he is with the knife in his hands. Doesn't port into the sheath so good, you kinda gotta push that in there. Too gummy of a weapon. Here he is with the spear gun and the explosives bag, and it's kinda nice to see a straight spear gun finally. This is only the third try. Pistol ports in, boop. Silencer on the other hand does not. Silencer does not port in very well and needs to be pushed, and that's about as far as you're gonna get it. Also, the flippers do just port on through these holes right there. So 1, boop. 2, boop. And that's how the flippers look hanging off his ass. They look pretty good, actually. They stay on there pretty well. And for size comparison, we have him with the Cobra Eel and Torpedo. Here we have him with the retro-carded Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow. And here we have him with Firefly and Beachhead. And last up, we have him with General Hawk and Dr. Meatball Vendor. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on this figure are, is a lot of fun, comes with a shitload of reuse, but done very tastefully. I like everything the way they did it. My only gripe with this whole figure is this little pouch here couldn't hold the clip good, and I almost broke it trying to take it out, so be very careful over there. The weapons actually were kind of straight this time, so I can't bust on them for that, and they actually listened, so the parts are getting a little better. The figure construction is all there as well. He feels a lot better than Torpedo. So yeah, I'd give this one an 8 out of 10. And that's all I got this time, people. I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review.
Holy shit, you made it through the video? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.